Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to school year 2021. My name is Miss Ebtahaj, and I will be teaching you art this year. Most of you remember me from last year, and for those of you who are new to Briar Grove, I want to extend a very warm welcome to all of you and also to our brand new youngest Roadrunners, our kindergartners. Welcome to Briar Grove, and welcome back those of you who already belong to Briar Grove. Please look at this next video so that I can get to introduce myself to you a little bit more. And check out the next few pictures to see how I spent my summer. Of you. I miss every single one of you, and I can't wait to see you in the classroom sometime soon, soon as we feel safe enough to be back in our classroom, in our school. For now, we will be meeting each other here online, and every Friday I will be posting a video regarding art and sometimes handouts and more information of what we will be doing right here online. I hope you've had a great start to our school year. I'm happy to be your art teacher and I'm excited about it. As for what we're going to be doing here, I wish we were in the classroom and I would give you a tour of the classroom. That would be the first thing I would do after seeing your beautiful faces and giving you a hug and a high five. But then we're not. So we are going to be working with whatever we can find at home. What you will need is something to draw on and something to draw with. So paper would be the main thing that we need to draw on, right? Obviously. So if you can get a hold of a whole bunch of, when I say a whole bunch, maybe like 15 to 20 sheets of paper, and two sturdier pieces of paper, maybe like cardstock or cardboard, where you can put it for your for the journal's front cover and back cover, and a hole puncher to punch holes on the side and create your journal. That way we get all of our work organized in one place. So I said all that because I wanted to emphasize how important it is for us to have a journal to keep all of our work organized. Because think about it, what happens if we just draw on scattered pieces of paper, sheets of paper, and then we forget where we put this particular drawing, and things won't be found easily if they're not organized. I have posted directions on how to create a journal for you. I want you to spend some time, look at the file that has the directions. Kindergartners, first graders will definitely need a little bit of help from mom and dad or an adult at home. So once you make your journal, you are going to use probably crayons, color pencil, If you do have watercolor or markers, these would be the main things that we're going to be using while we're creating artwork from home. So you're going to be using those. I'm going to turn my video around so I can give you a small tour of what I have here on my dining table set up to show you. So, okay, starting here, I have some crayons. You can see that they're not brand new, they're old, but guess what? Old crayons can color as well as new crayons, so no need to go purchase new crayons. If you have some old ones, just use those. I have some color pencils here. Just make sure whenever you're using your color pencil, make sure to have them sharpened before you use them, because it's no fun coloring and drawing with dull pencils. Your work is not going to look as good. This is a regular pencil, right? And you guys, in your classroom or at home, you're used to using the eraser on the back of the regular pencils, but I want to encourage you not to do that when you create art because this eraser. So I recommend you have a good eraser handy. You can either have these pink erasers or the white version. It doesn't really matter. Just a good eraser will do. Next, watercolor. Let me try to open it while I'm holding my camera here. And these are the markers. With markers, you got to make sure that, look at what happened at the tip of this marker. You see, it's kind of gone in. It's not supposed to look like this. Somebody has pressed it too hard and the tip has gone in. So make sure you don't press too hard with the tip of the marker. And make sure to definitely close the lid until it's not closed until you hear it click. You see, if you look closely, you see that it's not closed. You make sure that you hear that click sound before you put your marker away. You don't want it to dry out fast, okay? Ta-da, this one is good. For today's purpose, you will need a hole puncher or something to punch holes with, because if you look at the directions of how to make the art journal, you will see that you have to create holes, 3 holes on a bunch of papers and then on the cardstock to create your journal. So let's draw a line right here. Here's one line. It is straight. Here's another straight line. Here's another straight line. Some lines go from top to bottom, up and down, and those lines are vertical. Some lines go from left to right, and they are horizontal. And these other slanted lines are straight lines, but they're not horizontal or vertical. They're slanted. We call them diagonal. So we have diagonal lines, we have vertical lines, we have horizontal lines. You may or may not remember all these terms, but that's okay. Especially if you're in kindergarten and first grade, we're going to be talking a lot about these lines as we go on. So you're going to hear their names quite a bit. And you can always come back to this video and listen to this lesson if you forget something. Now, do you see I'm connecting these lines with other lines? How am I going to connect this one? Thinking of a way to connect it to this line right here. Okay. And then maybe I need a line right here. And if I continue this line, ta-da, I made a shape. You see, now I have a complete shape. So lines help us draw shapes. Sometimes we use them to draw shapes, and sometimes we use them to draw patterns. Patterns. Do you notice I'm repeating these tiny little line segments? When you repeat a design, you create a pattern. Maybe you want to create a pattern along with me today, huh? Give it a try in your journal. Once you make your journal, you can create your patterns. These are all with lines, and they're all straight lines. But sometimes lines can bend and curve. like this line I have here, or like this curved line. And then if I connect them with another curved line, they create wave lines too. You see this one? Okay, waved. Sometimes lines can be parallel. Like this curved line right here, I'm gonna have a copycat of it right here. You see, these two are exactly parallel. I'm gonna draw another one. That is right here. This one is also parallel to these other two. Parallel lines, that means, so in math, they have a particular meaning, but in art, all you need to know is that they go the same direction and they're basically copycats of each other. So if I want to draw a line parallel to this top line, I'm just going to go above it and I'm going to copy the direction this line is going. I'm going to draw another one. You see how they go the same direction? These lines are parallel. Wavy lines can also be parallel to each other. You see? I'm making another wavy line here. A curved line can sometimes turn into a spiral. Can you say spiral? Look at this spiral right here. Turned into a spiral. And maybe I can draw this line here. I'm trying to create some designs as I go. And I left it there. So we have the straight lines, we have the curved lines. I can also make patterns with curved lines, see? Tons of things you can do with lines, right? So these are lines. We need them in order to create anything on paper. We need lines. Lines are your friends in art room. Whenever you're creating, you will be using them to draw your shapes. All right, guys. So there you go. This is your first lesson. Your first lesson is a review about lines. And if you're in kindergarten, you're learning about lines. Now, with these different drawing tools that we have, we're going to practice drawing different lines. I'm using this marker, although the tip has gone in. I think one of my kids has pressed it too hard, so it's gone in. But I'm going to draw a line with a marker right here, trying to draw it with the very tip of the marker. See? It's a very thin line. And sometimes you can work with the side of your marker. Well, this one doesn't allow me because the tip has gone in. Maybe this guy right here. So I have a short line, a long line, and they're both thin. How about this right here? You see how much thicker that one is? Because I drew it with the side of my marker. So you can draw different lines with different thickness. Okay, guys, you can draw lines that are curved, lines that are straight, and lines with different thickness. Okay, so enough talking about lines. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around. Whoop! All right, so what you will be needing to do this week is to create your journal. Go to the handout that I have posted, create your journal, and on the journal, on the top cover, I want you to think of all those things that you love, things that are all about you, and personalize the cover of your journal by writing your name using, you guessed it, using lines, straight lines, and curved lines. And again, using lines to draw anything you want that introduces you to the world. So, and it ties in really well to that first unit of inquiry, who we are. So it is going to be very, if you came to Briar Grove last year, you know what I'm talking about, because every year we create a journal and you basically do the same thing. You make it all about you. You introduce yourself and you draw things that you love. For example, your favorite food, your favorite sports, your favorite team, your favorite color, your favorite animal. You may want to draw a picture of your pet or your family or your best friends. And don't forget to put your name big and bold there in the middle somewhere, middle top or in the middle of your journal. It doesn't matter. The design is yours. So go for it. And I can't wait to hear back from you. Once you finish your work, feel free to take a picture and send it my way. So this concludes the first lesson, and I will see you again next week. Bye.